And we are back with another horrendous track. I've done practice on this. I was hoping it would be more forgiving, but it's not. It's just as cruel as 2017. So we are going to dive into qualifying. I just went ahead, took all the penalties I could to get myself an extra set of, the all the engine component parts because ultimately I'm going to need them in the end of the season. Chuck them on here, ask for them, take the penalty, start from the back, prey on the mistakes, penalties, damages of the AI, and just go for it from the back. There's really no hope in this one, except for the fact that, well, I'm in a Sauber, and that's where I belong, so we will see how we get on. Into qualifying we go.
Here we are at one of the most difficult circuits on the racing calendar. Welcome to Monaco for today's Formula One qualifying. This has been an exciting track in times gone by, and typically it entertains the moment the lights go out.
We've seen in the past how tricky the first corner is. It's not an issue in practice and qualifying, but if you throw a lot of highly competitive drivers at it all at once, you've got an entirely different situation. The smarter drivers will be able to temper their approach and stay out of trouble, but it doesn't mean it's easy.
No, it's not, and that's what I'm going to try, so...
It won't be easy getting out of this qualifying session, but see what you can do.
I've messed with my car setup. I know it's not going to be the same the whole time. So... Power unit... no, I'm not going to mess with any of those. Let's go into our wings. I know I'm going to be slow. Wow, they only give you 4.3 laps of... Wow, okay. Let's do it. Let's get out there. Wish me luck. This is gonna be bad.
Ready to go.
Ooh, I can look up a little bit. Yeah. I love how that tells you that right as soon as you get out. Jeez.
Be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage.
Wow. Total noob moment. I'm sorry.
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
We're already starting from the back. I can't say anything else. Gosh, I wish Monaco was a little bit easier. All right, on to the race. Charles Leclerc, home Grand Prix, gets 11th. Nice. At this point, I just can't wait for Canada. I can't wait. Yes, bring me to the menu so I can say how bad I've done. Yep, don't care.
So, unfortunately, we've picked up some grid penalties, and we'll be starting further back than you expect. As for how bad it is, that'll depend on what the other drivers get.
And that's what I'm banking on. So, we're gonna chuck in all of our first components. Because we have a fresh set, because I took the penalty and got all the extra ones. Wow. Pending, pending, pending. Doesn't matter. I'm already starting in the back. Give me more penalties. On to the race.
A proper road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That was how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean Sea. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. We're on the French Riviera once more this weekend at the 2-mile-long Circuit de Monaco. The cars climb around 40 metres up through Beau Rivage, onto the casino, and then descending down towards the harbour through Sector 2. It's a very short run from pole position to the first of the 19 corners here, 7 to the left and 11 to the right. There's one single DRS zone as well, so don't expect that to make overtaking any easier today. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Let's talk about Renault. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
So before the
Kimi
off,
Räikkönen never
let's
looks that happy
remind
to
ourselves
talk
of
to the
yesterday's
press.
qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, with Daniel Ricciardo slotting in alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Hamilton, Kimi Räikkönen and Hülkenberg, Verstappen, Grosjean, Alonso and Carlos Sainz, Magnussen, Perez, Charles Leclerc and Ocon, Hartley, Gasly, Sergei Sirotkin and Lance Stroll, Van Dorn. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And the Professor. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Oh, I'm so not looking forward to this race.
No heroics into Saint-Devote, please. We're in amongst the pack and just need to stay in one piece.
You don't say. Yep, that looks perfect. 39 laps. 39. We're gonna go 42 laps. No. Yeah, 42. But we're gonna skip the formation lap. And we're gonna dive right into the race. So here we go. Oh, little archy-barchy.
Okay, we're through the start phase. Now let's build on it.
Oh my gosh.
Are you alright?
No.
Engine off. Engine
No.
off.
See what I mean, guys? That's so ridiculous. Like, look at this. Boom. You know what? It's proper. It's fair. I'm gonna take it on the chin and say that was fair. I mean, I'm not trying to do any restarts or anything like that. Boom. Out. Out like that. Monaco Grand Prix. 9 minutes into it. Damn. So there you go.
Victory
the
for the
Monaco
team from
Grand
Milton
Prix.
Keynes then, after a quality performance. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts.
The guy who
How
won it
did
this
they
season,
accomplish this
Ricardo,
result?
wins it.
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
So here come our winning drivers today, and what a race it was. There's been a big push at the factory lately to get these cars ready, and we can see the fruits of that labour today as Red Bull lift the winner's trophy.
No doubt I fell further.
And after
No
this
doubt.
round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It's a good result for Lewis Hamilton,
yeah.
who moves further ahead at the top of the table. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Probably Stoffel van Dorn. You know, strong pace, good work with the strategy, just a very complete drive, I think.
On to the constructors then. Mercedes move to the top of the table. There'll be plenty more twists and turns to come this season. I hope you can
Wait, they
join us
have?
at the next
Wow.
race to see just who will come out on top.
Oh, it's so close up the top. All right, that has been it for the sad Monaco Grand Prix. And I'll catch you on the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Apologies for the absolute terrible driving. But I will catch you on the next one to Canada, which will hopefully be better. I know it will be better. Cheers. Thank you.